I went to an advanced screening of this film with only Odeon Limitless members, so you always think that there's going to be a well-behaved audience in those. Never is there. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content as well as movie reviews here on this channel every week. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this week. Yes, that not so well-behaved audience was at a showing of How to Make a Killing, which is a kind of like crime drama, detective. It was kind of giving Knives Out vibes, but it was kind of also a little bit like the Queen's Gambit type of thing. It was sort of choose your own identity, but steer clear of the cops whilst trying to better yourself and just have a better life in general. So essentially, and again, thinking about the trailer so I don't give you spoilers, essentially we have Glenn Powell's character who is the child of a single mother who was completely disowned by her family when she went to tell her father, the patriarch of the family, the one who holds the purse strings, that she was pregnant. And he was like, well, get rid of it or off you go. And she was like, okay, see you later then. And so she raised him, always telling him that he was going to better himself and be better and like really show the family how it was done. She died very young, and so he was sort of like, right, now's my time to avenge my mother's death, and sort of set out to better himself. So we sort of meet him not working a great job but living where he wanted to live, and coming across someone from his sort of more silver spoon like childhood, and her saying to him, well, what have you done, kind of thing, talk to me when you've made all that money, because she knows that he is eventually heir to all of this money. So it's very twisty turny. There are a lot of reveals, some of which are quite predictable but others of which are not predictable. And you can see from the poster there's the family tree and people crossed out, so you can see that the gist of the film is that he's going to bump all these people off, or is he, or try, in order to get his hands on the fortune. The movie poster, the movie trailer makes that quite clear, so that is not a spoiler. But yeah, the beauty of the film is the way he sort of reinvents himself after each family member that he meets. So not necessarily kills, but meets. I think that's a really key detail to stress. And it's, it's interesting seeing that reinvention, and that side of it felt a little bit like a rom-com. Like the first couple of bits felt a bit Legally Blonde-esque. And he really does try to suck as much out of each successful person that he meets, or each connection that he makes, as he can, which I think he comes from his mother telling him to kind of better himself. And I really liked that aspect of the film, the fact that he was like, getting all that he could from every interaction. I respected that, and I thought that was nice. The friend from his childhood kind of is a recurring character throughout the film, and I never really trusted her. And I think that a bit like when I read a good thriller book, it's always nice when you have a character that you like really don't trust, because anytime you think they might be involved, you're like, what? Oh, and so I liked that aspect of it as well. I ended up really liking the film overall. I thought it might be a bit more killery, and we might be sort of on the run from the cops a little bit more, but actually you kind of really find yourself rooting for the underdog, even though you know that he's literally killing people. And I think that that's a weird sort of position to be in, but it's not all murder, murder, murder. It's very much sort of along the comedy side of the Knives Out movies from Netflix, but without that Daniel Craig Kentucky detective guy. We've just got, you know, some regular cops and FBI people, but these sort of, yeah, wealthy slash crooked family members, and then a few side characters as well. Who do we trust? Do we not trust them? As I say, I really enjoyed it. From the word go, I really enjoyed it, and I sort of came out feeling like buoyed by it, which felt really nice. Yeah, so should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? I think this is one of those where you don't have to see this one on the big screen. It doesn't benefit from being big in front of you. It doesn't benefit from the sound or the, you know, the special effects. There's not really any special effects. And so it's not one you have to see on the big screen. However, it would make for a good night out, because there's definitely some bits to talk about. There's definitely some laughs to be had. And there's definitely moments where if you were going with someone, you might look at them and go, you know, or that thing of whether you trust someone or not as well. However, like I say, I don't feel like it has to be seen on the big screen, so I'm going to leave that one up to you. As always, if there's a particular movie you would like me to go and watch next week and bring my thoughts back to you here, please do let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I have Oscars content coming your way sporadically very soon. Predictions, you get to see my predictions fail or succeed for another year. And I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.